Hello and welcome back to another thrilling episode of the Otakuology podcast. I'm your host, Otaku Mike. With me as always is Jen. He likes Fat Bobby Graves. And
What?
today we are talking about episode 10, season 14 of King of the Hill. I think it's called like a steady investment. I don't remember what it was called.
I think that is what it is.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about this for a second.
I was about to crack a joke. I was like, did you forget what it's called? Just like we usually do for Peacemaker.
So let's talk about this for a second. We already knew we were getting a season 15.
Yes, we did.
We knew we were getting a season 15 for King of the Hill. And I just gotta say, I did not expect to get two additional more seasons green lit.
16 and 17?
16
yeah.
and
Right?
17. I sent that to you so fast. And I was giddy. I was giddy with excitement.
I'm excited too. I can't wait.
I know we're an anime podcast. We got a little dunked on for covering King of the Hill and Peacemaker on a non-anime podcast. But according to what I've heard, Japanese people see King of the Hill as anime, so I feel like it counts as anime.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like those people that argue that manga, a Japanese comic book, isn't an American comic book. We understand that, but they are both comics.
Yeah. Which I'm excited for King of the Hill to come back.
Right? No shit. I can't wait. Not only that, we also branched out into other stuff too. So, I mean, Peacemaker's right up our alley. What are you talking about?
Yeah. What are you talking about? We are no longer just an anime podcast. I feel like we are I don't know what you would call us. Not pop culture podcasts. We don't talk really about pop culture. Nerdy video.
Retro culture.
Nerdy video culture.
Yeah, let's say that.
I would say. But predominantly...
I mean, we have covered some other stuff that I think we both have really enjoyed.
Yeah. True. But yeah, let's dive into this final episode for the season. Like you said before we were talking, like you felt like this didn't feel like a final episode or like a season finale.
No, it did not.
This season.
I can't even say it felt like a mid-season finale.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it because So I watched it and then I was like, okay, like it was. I feel like it's a decent episode.
I agree. I think this episode as a whole is much better than some of the other ones where we really enjoyed like the A theme, but we didn't enjoy the B theme at all, or vice versa.
But here's the thing. Yeah. I enjoyed the B theme on this one. I did not enjoy the A theme on this one.
Oh, I mean, I enjoyed both, but it was... Okay. I will agree that one of them felt underwhelming.
The Hank...
Bobby and Connie?
The Hank one felt underwhelming to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it felt normal. I think it was really something for us to have Strickland back.
Yeah, and he's only back for this one episode.
Yeah.
Which threw me for a loop. I thought he was fucking dead.
I didn't know. I didn't know anything when I first saw him popped up. Because, I mean, obviously, like, you've seen it. And, like, so I knew John Redcorn would be in this one.
Yeah.
But, like, watching it and seeing Buck Strickland pop back up, I was like, what the fuck? And Mike didn't tell me about this. I was like...
See, here's the thing. When I originally saw this, I was like, we have not gotten any, like... I mean, we did get some, like... I don't know if we got references to Strickland propane in this season.
But we got it towards Hank working there.
Yeah.
Other than that was it.
Like, we got no mention of, like, what happened to Strickland propane. why. I don't know if we got one as why Hank. I mean, Hank left for retirement, obviously,
Yeah,
but like he's only talked about Aramco
yeah,
and their propane stuff. He no mention of Strickland propane until like this episode, I guess.
yeah.
Which let's just get into this episode. So our episode starts with Hank and Peggy.
Oh, I had
What?
one question
Okay,
first.
go ahead.
Do you think with season 16, 17, 16 and 17, well, 15, 16, 17, do you think we'll get more than 10 episodes in
I
those
hope
seasons?
so. I
I
hope
hope
so.
so too.
At least minimum 10, but I hope for at least 15.
Uh, I'm hoping for, because I don't think they usually stop at 15. I think it's usually 16.
It depends. It
Because
depends on
I think it's 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, 20,
20 something.
22, 22, 24, 26, and then I think 32.
I feel it would be probably a tall order to have like over 20 episodes,
Yeah. Yeah.
to be
No, I
honest.
agree.
So I say maybe 10 to 13 episodes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I did forget 13.
Yeah, yeah. Because I want to say like season one is like maybe 13 episodes or something like that. It's like a short season.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. I could go get the DVD box that I got right now and look at it, but I'm too lazy to go get it. So
you look over at it and you're like, it's 7 feet away.
I mean, hold on, let me go get it. All right, so I went and grabbed the season one little DVD set, which I don't own all of King of the Hill. It's sad to say. I think I only own up to like 4 seasons, 4 or 5 seasons. I can't remember exactly.
Are they
Uh,
consecutive?
yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
I have like
I was like, if you tell me that you piecemealed out King of the Hill, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck?
so like I got like the first two seasons at like Walmart in like
Yeah.
the DVD bins, you know. And
Yeah,
then I
yeah.
found the other ones, I think like half price books or something like that. So I have
Oh, yeah.
I think I have like the first at least 4 or 5 seasons. I can't remember off the top of my head because I'm not looking at my bookshelf at the moment.
Okay.
So season one of King of the Hill had 13 episodes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would say minimum 13 episodes. But I mean, they've been working on this season for how many years? We were working on a revival. So maybe they got things back in order. Maybe they can get like a little couple more episodes out.
Right. Yeah.
I hope. I'm just glad like we're getting one of the best animated shows of all time, and it has a good start at a revival. Like this season's been pretty good.
Yeah.
I want to say.
I agree. It has had a few bumps and stuff here, but I still think overall it has pretty much held that King of the Hill like spirit to it.
Yeah, it hasn't like jumped the shark really, I feel like in any way. It kind of kept its I don't want to say dignity, but like it hasn't like, changed for the worse, I would say.
Right. Right.
No, I hope moving forward that we explore more characters.
I agree that we have more like past characters and we get to build on other stuff.
My girlfriend wants to know what is my obsession with Willow, because of like the last episode or something. I went on about Willow.
It's because you like her.
I just think she's an interesting foil to Bobby, and I think she could
you know
be
what?
a good thing in their friend group.
I might get a slap on the hand for this the next time I come down there. But I think Willow reminds me a little bit of your girlfriend, and that's why.
Maybe
That's why you're all about the Willow.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe, but
you're like for sure. I'm kind of like a Bobby.
I guess I'm Michael Bobby. Bobby's got the Riz. I guess I got the Riz too. Just saying.
Right.
So let's get into this episode. We've already 10 minutes into the podcast. So our story starts out with Hank and Peggy sitting down to do their finances, which Hank doesn't like to talk about finances, apparently. Hank and Peggy are getting they're trying to figure out what to do with their retirement and how exactly they're going to be spending the money that they got for retirement.
Yeah,
Wasn't
well,
it like
they got dividends from bonds, or from, not
yeah.
bonds, from their whatever they
They're
invested in.
whatever they invested in. I think it was, which I think they invested in like Aramco stock. I think it was,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I think they got like 5% or something like that. And so they had money, and they're like, "What can we like invest in?" And Hank's like, "Oh, we can just put it back into what we got." And like, I think Peggy was like, "Maybe we can do something else with it and invest in something else, maybe." And
yeah. They were trying to think about what they were going to do.
yeah, and so we go from that to the alley where we see Hank
Which
with the guys.
I just have to say on that, I love the whole point of that with Peggy, where he's like, "Hey, we don't have to read the time for this,"
Oh yeah.
and, and I was like,
She's like, "Oh well, we don't like
"I
we don't
am,
have to read the time for like the
yeah,
last meeting. I think it was."
yeah." I imagine this like if me and you were sitting there for like an Otakuology meeting, it's like, the time has come. It is now at such and such hour, and are we ready to start our meeting? Let's talk about da 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 da, and like real hoity-toity about it. And I was like, oh my
And
god,
let's read the minutes and recap our last episode.
yes, yes,
Yeah. I don't know if we. I mean, I'm glad he kind of skipped that, which that was kind of funny. That was really
yeah,
funny. But where I really popped hard was like in this next scene, which I thought was one of the funniest jokes.
yeah,
So we see Hank with the guys. They're out in the alley drinking like normal, and Hank's just Hank's just kind of bent out of shape, and he's like, "I had to talk about finances with Peggy," and the guys are like, finances." Like it's something they don't like to talk about, apparently.
right,
And who happens to show up but good old John Redcorn? And John, I okay. So was John Redcorn only there for the red corn?
I think so. I
Like,
think it is because he was like, "Hey, I know these people. Let's see."
let's see what we can get out of him.
Yeah,
And so John Redcorn has started a business called John Redcorn's Red Corn, and he
yeah,
has jars of red corn, and he has spoons all in the corn and like ready to eat, and he gives them to the guys, and they're like, "Oh, this is good." And Dale, this is my favorite, one of my favorite jokes. There's two jokes that I really laughed at. One
yeah.
was at this one, and the other one was at the end of this episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine was right after this when they go.
Okay. Okay. So where I laughed at this point, and I thought it was really funny, where Dale is talking to John Redcorn, and he's like, "Hey, this is really good. Have you given this to Nancy?" And
Yes.
John Redcorn's like, "Oh, yeah, I've been giving it to Nancy for a while." And the guys just look at him. They're like,
Yes.
"What? Did he just really say it?" And Dale does not pick up on it whatsoever.
No.
He was like,
These
"Oh, okay."
these innuendos were great in this one, I have to say. Now, the thing that will really upset me is if we get to an episode where Dell says, "Yes, I've known this forever." That's just going to be like, "What the fuck? Are you serious?"
I feel like Dale is too stupid to know. I feel like.
I hope so, because that will ruin the entire show for me.
I feel like if Dale ever found out, it would like break his heart.
I don't know.
Because he
I
loves Nancy. And
don't
remember when,
know.
like, I think, like, at one point, didn't Nancy threaten to, like, divorce Dale?
Yeah.
At one point, and he was like, he needed her. Like, he was, like, nothing without her, basically.
Yeah.
I think it was. I don't remember why they were going to get divorced. Was it
I can't
divorced
remember either.
or was it because she was just getting old, like older? I can't remember.
No, I think he did something.
He did. Somebody had done something. I can't remember
Yeah, he
exactly.
did something, and she got mad at him and said that she was going to leave.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, so we leave from there to. Is this where we leave and we go to over to Bobby and Connie?
We go over to Joseph and Bobby.
Okay, you can pick this up.
Um, no, I think you're right. I'm thinking of like the next part. Yeah, they meet at a was it an opera house or a classical like a theater?
I think it was like a theater, like a music hall or
Okay.
something.
Yeah, and so they're gonna go listen to like classical music and everything else. And this was Bobby's idea, right?
Yeah. It was because their first date.
Yeah. And so they go because he's like, oh, well, you used to play an instrument for band. So let's go do this and we'll have fun. And they get in there and
It's
basically
like
are listening to it.
the longest violin
Yeah.
session written down, I think it was, or something like
Yeah.
that.
And not very long, Bobby's out. Not very long, Connie's out.
Yeah.
They
And
both basically continue.
he basically realizes like he doesn't know this new Connie. Like he knows Connie from when they were 12, which begs the question, did they stop hanging out like at 12?
I don't know.
Cuz I think Bobby was like 12 or 13 when the series ended.
See, and I was thinking they were like 14. I was
So
like,
like
what?
I mean
It
he was
had
at
to have
least
been 12, though.
he was at least in like middle school, I think, when the series ended.
Yeah.
But like, here's the thing: if Bobby was like, I only remember like the 12-year-old Connie, so there has definitely been some times, obviously, like since we've seen this first
Yeah.
episode of the
It
season.
was 8, 9 years.
So like, how long has Bobby been away? Is my question.
I
Like,
don't know.
or did they just have like a falling out, or like it's not really explained?
Yeah.
And
I mean,
like,
there's such a good gap in this that I also don't know when we had that whole thing, which maybe we need to go back and cover like the last episode of season 13
uh huh.
and just kind of like revamp and see if like there is something that kind of ties into this, because I don't even remember Hank and Peggy leaving to go to Saudi Arabia.
Well, because that's never established until this episode, this season.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's so much stuff we don't know that was left out, like 9 years.
Like he keeps track of he still is friends with Joseph. Like
Yeah.
what happened to where Bobby and Connie like just stopped communicating with each other?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they never bring that up in this season. But like Bobby's whole thing in this episode is like they both don't know each other. They only know the past like persona of each other.
Right. Right. Well,
Which
and I think we see that in the next part of this, which is Bobby thinks that he's a complete failure because, hey, it was the worst date ever. Connie
yeah.
tells him, yeah, it was, but I think, we'll go do something that we both like, which they go to like a trampoline park.
I love the shameless Whataburger plug in this episode.
Oh my god, right?
Because Whataburger did sponsor King of the Hill, and they had like a special where you can order Hank's favorite burger, which I think it's the number 2 if I remember correctly.
Really? That's upsetting. I don't think we
Yeah,
had that.
yeah.
It
I remember seeing it,
upset.
and I wanted to take the sign that like was in the drive-through.
Oh my god, you should have.
Well, we also got like, which I was never able to find
Yeah,
at your favorite store, HEB, the thing that you thought was like a shopping center.
yeah.
Oh no, no! You thought it was like a mini mall or something like that. I think it
I
was,
thought it was like a mini mall complex.
but it's actually just a shop. It's just a grocery store. So I don't know if they still have it because it's been really, really hard to find.
Nobody at me, okay?
No, don't add him. But so they made Alamo Beer made a special King of the Hill branded Alamo beer, and it looks just like the beer in the show. Like the beer can looks like the
Yeah,
beer can in the show.
we need to get some of those.
They've been sold out everywhere.
Poor Kate.
Yeah, so if you can find it on like online or something, like you can get like a 6-pack of beer and drink Hank's beer, basically.
Okay,
But yeah, so yeah,
I'll send half of them to you.
but yeah, so like I just wanted it to have like I don't even think I was gonna crack them open.
Yeah.
Like I just wanted it.
No, I'd probably take like a little thing and
Maybe crack one open.
yeah, crack one open, then maybe like puncture the bottom and drain the other ones. That way you could have like a intact can.
Yeah. So
Oh, that's so cool.
like you said, Bobby and Connie went to this
Trampoline park.
trampoline park, and there's a bunch of kids around. They're like, "Yeah, remember that time where we got drunk in Mister Dotree's backyard and the bouncy house thing and stuff, and the creepy guy tried to sell us beer." Which great callback because I forgot about that. I wasn't. Was that in
Oh
the
man,
episode?
shameless plug. Yeah, yeah. Like verbatim, that was like the big thing of the episode because they actually got the beer, and it was kind of skunky. I think because I think they said it was bad, and they were in the bounce house drunk.
Yeah, was that the episode where Bill pretends to be Santa all the time?
I think it is. I think
Is
it
it?
is. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I remember that. I'm like, oh, okay. I vaguely remember that episode. And like, so we get the scene where this little kid comes up and he's like, why are you jumping so low? And because Bobby's like, I'm out of shape. And the, the little kid, like, they're trying to like see how high they can jump. Bobby and Connie are. And the little kid like bumps into them. Bobby falls down and like Connie's like shoulder like separates or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like her
She
bones sticking out.
I think she just dislocated her shoulder.
Man, I have to say, when I saw like her shoulder like that, I fucking winced. I was
Shoot,
like, ugh.
the art drawing for that, I was
Yeah.
like, wait, hold on, something's not right here.
I was like, like it made me hurt looking at it.
Right.
And so,
Which
go ahead.
then out of all this, like we jump back over to like the guys going pig hunting with
Oh yeah,
Hank and everybody. They go pig hunting, and basically it's John Redcorn said that his crop of red corn took like a hit because there's a wild pig population
that is a problem in Texas.
Yeah, that has basically gotten on his land and is continuously eating most of this red corn. So he's not able to produce as much as he would actually like.
Yeah.
And so Hank gets this really big, cool net thing that is kind of like chain link, I want to say, where the pig runs underneath it to get to the food. When it runs in, the chain link falls back to the ground. And it's essentially stuck in here now.
Yeah.
Which really felt like a throwback to the episode where he's teaching Bobby how to hunt, and
Oh
he's like,
yeah, yeah.
with the deer feeder, and he's like, "We can't do this.
We
Like
can't do
Bobby,
this,
we
Dad.
can't do this."
This is not hunting. It feels wrong.
So that's a thing, though, that you realize in this. Hank didn't consider this hunting; it was more of extermination.
Like he was trapping them and gonna like,
Yeah,
I don't know if he was gonna kill them or just trap them and bring them somewhere else.
they were going to kill him.
Were they okay?
Yeah, because he left the thing out there after setting it up.
We see Boomhauer, Dale, and Bill riding around the Bugabego, fucking killing pigs in the background.
Because how many did they get? Like 3 of them?
I got like 3 or 4, I think it was.
Yeah, and then they get all those. Obviously, Hank's trap didn't work at this time, and they take all those back, and actually Hank is grilling them some pork ribs.
Yeah, which I don't know if you can actually eat wild boar.
You should be able to.
I don't know. I don't know. I know a lot of people just kill them because they're like very destructive.
I could see that too.
Yeah. But yeah, he killed, and they're like making fun of him. They're making fun of him for like not being able to kill a pig or trap a pig. And Boomhauer comes up with this idea because of Hank, and Hank's like, maybe you can make some kind of like pig or boar killing business, basically. And they're like, oh, yeah, Hank has money. Let's get him to invest in this, basically.
Yeah. Well, they say that, and then Hank brings up the thing of they have money, and then you can tell, like, oh, no, he accidentally said something he didn't want to say.
Yeah. Which it shows, like, none of them fucking have money.
Right. Well, then Hank trying to divert from it, where he's like, "Oh man, these are some really good pork ribs." He takes away. I was like, "There you go, Hank. You divert from that conversation.
You got this, Hank. You got this." Yeah, and then like the next day, Peggy's listening to like this like speech that Boomhauer's given on his boar killing business or pig killing business, and
Yes.
and she's like, yeah, he makes a good point and he can make us a profit. We should like invest. And Hank's like, no, I'm not going to invest. Like, I'm not going to do this. And what they call it, like bore away, I think it's what they called it.
Oh, it changed names so many times.
Did it? Was it? I think
it was like I think when he first pitched it was bore away, and then it was like Boom Boom's boar killing like or something.
That. Yeah.
And then we finally got to the end where it was like, what was it? Jet pork or something? The jet pork?
No, it was
the pork something. No, the pig.
I forget what it was called.
Yeah, but I mean, it changed names like a shit ton.
Like the other company, I forget what like the other company's name was called that bought the boar away, whatever. And so like Peggy, Boomhauer, and Dale and Bill all go into business together, basically. Is what I remember correctly, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, and the guy from the bank. Because Hank's like, yeah, let's go to the bank and see if this is a good idea. And the bank guy tells him it's a good idea, basically. And he joins in too. Yes. And Hank comes back and they're like, how can you, like, they got like sponsorships and stuff from like other boar killing like places or whatever to give them free equipment and stuff. They have yet to kill a pig.
Right.
They did that. Yeah.
They did that. Then we got the whole part where he got Strickland into it.
Yes, because he's like, I know the best business person ever. Which, if we know our history, Strickland is not the best business person, I think, ever.
No. Definitely not.
And so he goes to Buck Strickland, and he's talking to Buck Strickland while Buck is working out and stuff. And I love the joke where he was like, yeah, I forget what he says, but he's like, yeah, it made like, it's already like made a profit, even though like they haven't done anything, basically. Which is that supposed to be like the joke of the entire episode? is that
What?
they made money, but they haven't done anything.
Yeah, well, because they made a lot of money because of all these sponsors and investments and everything, and then they ended up buying up other smaller companies that were almost doing the same thing.
No, the company at the end does that.
No, they did it too.
Oh, they did it too.
That's how they got part of the other ones, and then they kind of got everything in Texas, wherever it is, and got all that under one umbrella, and then that's when they got bought out by this other company.
Okay.
Because
But I love the scene we forgot to mention where like they're having a meeting.
yeah.
And Hank's like, how can I kick somebody's ass through the computer?
Oh, the first meeting? Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he goes to Buck. And he's like, oh yeah, no, it sounds like a bad plan. And we get the realization or the reveal that Buck Strickland bought out the rest of the shares for Boraway.
Yes.
He fucking screwed Hank over. He fucking
Well, and then
screwed.
like what he told Hank like
Yeah.
about that, he's like, if you weren't dangling it in front of me, like, sweat on a stripper or something like that, and you're like, what? And it was like Hank just came and talked to you about it. Like he wasn't trying to be like, hey man, invest in this. He didn't say anything like that.
Yeah. No, and it's funny. Like he goes and screws him over and stuff. Which I mean,
Do you think it only got as big as it did really because of Buck?
maybe I would say probably. Maybe Buck had like connections or something.
That's kind of what I felt like, because then we had all the stuff where all this happened, and then whatever kind of gets passed right at the end that all the investors started leaving, it was like that's when the stock dropped.
Yeah.
And you're like, what?
Yeah, I mean, I
that
don't
even
know.
possible?
I don't know much about stock markets, so a lot of this like went over my fucking head.
I know a little bit, but I thought it was kind of funny at points where Bill is talking to him about being like a partial investor or whatever, and he's like, no, you're just some lackey that's not getting paid.
Yeah.
And then he said, Dale tells him, well, I'll get paid off of something with my dividends or whatever. And he's like, that's not how that works. And Dale's like, well, then explain it to me, Hank. How does it work? And he's like, well, I don't know exactly how it works, but and you're like, you can't be throwing around words that you don't understand, Hank. Okay.
Wasn't Bill like the sergeant at arms? He was kind of like
He
their
got
muscle.
that later on. After Buck got involved, he became the sergeant at arms.
Yeah, he was like their muscle or whatever, like their bouncer.
Yes.
For the company. And so like, yeah, this happens. And we can talk about, I guess, we'll get into this. We'll finish this one and talk about the B plot too, I guess.
Yeah.
So they go and they have this big event at the Hill House. Hank gets there and he's like, what the hell's going on exactly? And they get bought out by the big hog hunting company.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we're making all this money. It's all great. Look at the stocks go up. They end up getting like 4 or 5 trucks delivered by Texas's own Nolan Ryan, who, if you don't know who that is, he's a baseball player, not a football player, Peggy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna have to ask you that. It's kind of like our talk the other day about John Daly's.
Yeah. So
I was like, I don't know who this is.
He is a very famous baseball player who played for like the Astros and I forget who else.
Yeah.
But yeah. So he delivers these trucks. They're so excited they got these trucks. So excited. And Hank is like, I gotta go use the restroom or whatever. And so Hank basically I feel like Hank has the FOMO right now.
Yeah, he does.
Hank has the FOMO so hard. He buys stock in the company that they're a part of. And the company tanks right after he gets out of the bathroom. And he's like, oh my God, I lost all this money. We don't know how much money he lost.
I don't know. Because, like, him saying what they had and what they could possibly buy, I was like, because I mean, you saw it on that one board that was out there. Like a share was $260,
Yeah.
and then they kept talking about how it was going up. I mean, it had to almost have been $300 when he bought a share. So I'm wondering if him and Peggy's 5% originally was like $600, and then when they split it, it went from there.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. And we find out, we get the big reveal that Peggy sold all of her stock. So it didn't matter if Hank lost that money, basically.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I mean, I guess, everybody just goes away and they're all sad they lost money.
Yeah, except for Peggy.
Except for Peggy. And Hank's like, I got to go do this one thing because, we had like 2 customers out there. We have to go, like, fulfill our obligations for the jobs, And so they get the big thing where Hank goes out to the net and he's like, he sees a couple of hogs come through and a bunch of hogs come through. And we see that the trucks that were sent to the guys, basically they use them to wrangle up the pigs, the boars or whatever,
Yeah.
Which I want to jump back to the Bobby Connie story at this point.
Yeah, we can.
Because I want to save the last for the ending. And so they get hurt. Like Connie gets hurt. And she's kind of like out of it at this point. And Bobby is talking to one of the nurses, I think it is.
Right after they get in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a doctor checking Connie, and he's talking to one of the nurses, and you realize how much Bobby knows about Connie because, like, she asks him one thing and just rattles everything off.
Yeah, he's like, her name, I think it's like allergies or something like that. I forget what else exactly.
Yeah, blood type. I mean, like a lot of stuff.
He doesn't tell her weight because that's a trap.
Yeah.
He doesn't talk about her weight.
Right. Which that was a big glimmer of Hank right there. So I was like, oh man, like you can see it in this episode.
Yeah, and he's kind of like, oh my God, like he kind of like takes a step back and like goes off to like get her some food and stuff. And he like gets her all the stuff that like the 12-year-old her would like.
Yeah.
And he starts to realize, oh my God, I don't know the person she has become. I only know that old person.
When the checkout lady starts talking to him.
Yeah.
Because she's like, oh, are you buying this for like a child?
Yeah.
And it's like, no. And that was pretty funny. I wasn't expecting we were going to get like a checkout person to give us that bit of information which I almost, because the way that her and Bobby were I was like, oh my gosh, is Bobby accidentally activating the Riz right now and doesn't know he's doing it? I was like, if I hear Mike go, oh yeah, him and the checkout girl could have hit it off too.
Bobby's got the Riz. Yeah. That part was all funny because she was like, oh, there's like a error or disconnect. And he's like, what? Oh yeah, there might be a disconnect between the two of us. I don't know. And she's like, no, like your card messed up. Like pay your tab. And so he gets back and like Connie is like just fucking out of it.
Yeah, she's loopy as shit.
She is loopy as you know what. And like he kind of like confronts her almost that when she's on these drugs, and she's like, he asks her like, do you love me now, or you like me now, or do you like the me what I used to be? And she's like, I love Fat Bobby. Fat Bobby is the best.
Yes.
But I also like this Bobby because you got a cute ass.
Yeah.
And she's like,
I think she said, I like this Bobby more.
Yeah. And she's like, I want to do nasty stuff to you.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy nasty stuff. And I'm like, what the fuck kind of shit is Connie into?
Right.
What does she want to do to our Bobby?
Right.
I was like, oh my god, like what's going on? Uh, and so like,
well, and then like the weird thing is in the back of your mind, you have to be like, how much of this stuff does Chang know?
yeah, like what is? Yeah, does Chang know about the nasty shit? Nasty
Yeah,
Connie.
right.
But yeah, like it was a fun scene, and like I really liked how like the two of them like come together, like and like they kind of both
Yeah,
don't.
he got to feed her pudding.
They ate pudding together, and they kind of awkwardly cuddled in the hospital
Yeah.
bed, and like it's like they're getting to know each other again, you know.
Yes.
Which I liked. I liked that aspect of this episode. Is like it had like a nice ending to this episode. I feel like with Hank, with Bobby and Connie,
Yeah.
which honestly that was my favorite part of this episode was the Bobby Connie stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
And I will say between both of these, this felt like it was very sexually charged. This was a very sexually charged episode.
yeah, I gotta be honest. I don't know if I'm ready for them to like fuck. You know, I don't know how I feel about them getting like
Now that
romance.
you say this, I don't know either.
I don't know if I'm ready for Bobby to go try and fuck Connie.
I don't know. I don't know.
Bobby's too
Now
sweet
you're gonna
and
make
pure.
me question. Now
You
you're
know,
gonna make me question
and
this.
I was told like I can't like slut shame Connie. Apparently, I was slut shaming Connie in one of the episodes.
I mean, I understand. I understand where you were coming from when you were talking about her in that. And it was more of the subject of what it was, not per se Connie in general.
Yeah.
So, but it's also, I feel like it's the little thing from the Water Boy, right? Where the coach comes to talk to him and he talks to him about getting the tattoo.
Uh-huh.
And then he drops his pants. He's like, but what mama don't know, don't hurt her.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that's kind of what it was. It was, this subject is what it is. And Connie is obviously that person that's in the subject, but that's not what you were disagreeing with. For Connie, it was the subject of how she was going about doing her stuff, especially because you knew that she wasn't supposed to be with Chang. She was supposed to be with our boy Bobby.
Yeah, she's supposed to be a Bobby.
So,
there might be a little double standard because it is Bobby.
he got the riz though.
He's got the rizzle. We're gonna hear about this so bad.
Yeah, we are. Then we're just going to be like, you have to wait till season 15 to find out, okay?
Yeah. But I hope they continue like with this. I can't talk with this relationship.
Yes.
And I want to see where it goes, and I hope they get more of a focus on them and like their lives, to be honest. And we get to the ending. We get to the ending where we come full circle from the beginning of this episode, where Hank and Peggy decide to invest in John Redcorn's Redcorn.
Yes.
And I love this scene where like Peggy's like, this is probably the funniest scene ever. Well, one of the funniest scenes. And it's so subtle where like they get up and like Peggy says to John, like, we're the Hills are gonna get in bed with John Redcorn.
Yes.
And Hank's like, let's be clear. We're getting in with the business, not the man.
My wife is not getting in bed with you.
My wife is not getting in bed with you.
Oh my gosh. Right.
Yeah.
It was really good. It was really good. Because like the weird thing is you see how like Hank and Bobby tiptoe around shit with Dale and Joseph.
Yeah.
So it's really funny that behind kind of closed doors
they talk about it.
That they do talk about it. And you're like, okay, like what else do we say about this?
Yeah.
So, it's it's funny to me in that aspect that it's just kind of, hey, we know about this, we acknowledge it, but we just don't do it in front of those two particular people.
Yeah. And then we get the nice tribute at the end for John Redcorn's voice actor.
Yeah.
Nice tribute, which I didn't know he was the second John Redcorn.
Oh, there's
Apparently,
been more?
yeah, apparently the first John Redcorn like passed away too.
Oh.
And that's why he came in to replace John Redcorn.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. Um but yeah, I mean, okay. I feel like this is like I said before, this is kind of one of the weaker episodes.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy bits and parts of it. I just don't really care about the pig stuff and like all like the stock trading and shit.
Yeah. Do you think you didn't like it as much because you didn't understand the lingo?
Maybe, probably, maybe, honestly, probably. Yeah, you're right because I didn't understand it.
Yeah.
So I wasn't probably as invested in this particular episode.
Yeah. Well, I liked kind of the things with that is that yes, you can invest in things and that more of a thing that looks slow and steady is pretty good versus something that's like really hot. That's something
Yeah,
that grows exponentially. And I think really that this episode is good in the sense of if we throw it back with some of the other stuff in this, like if we look at it in the sense of the representation of the business being like Bobby and Connie's relationship,
yeah,
if they had stayed in the relationships and stuff that they were in at that point and it was really like hot and fast or like kind of how shit was with Connie and Chang,
yeah.
it wasn't ever going to work out. But the slow and steady kind of rise or gradual rise, kind of like with John Redcorn's Redcorn, shows that it's going to be a good business as it goes. It's going to continue to grow. It's going to continue to have all this other stuff, and it's going to it's going to go forward from there, and it's going to be good, basically.
So, uh, slight pivot.
Yeah,
I just realized, well, like you already know, like they didn't touch on Luann or but Lucky or
yeah,
their daughter at this point
yeah.
in the season. You like they never bring them up. There's pictures of them in the background.
Yeah.
They never bring up what happened to Ladybird.
Oh,
Like
you're right.
like I'm looking at the front cover for like season 1 and like Ladybird's on this cover. Like did they just like she just I
Oh,
mean
that's
she was
so
already
weird.
kind of old.
She was. I mean, we can draw conclusions.
Yeah. But like they never replaced her or anything like that. Like
Well, and I mean that makes sense that they were in Saudi Arabia, but
yeah, but like I just thought of that. Like they never mention her.
maybe in the next season we'll have like maybe Hank buried her in the yard somewhere, and we just haven't seen it
Maybe. Yeah.
because they also didn't talk about Connie's little weird dog either.
Oh, doggy.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would like for them to expand upon like what happened to people and stuff like that. Like, where's Joe Jack? What happened to Joe Jack and stuff, and
oh
all
my
those other.
gosh, where's Debbie?
Oh, Debbie. Yeah. Where is Debbie?
I mean, obviously, like this whole entire like I said, this whole episode was sexually charged from the beginning with the A plot with John Redcorn and all the jokes with
Wait,
this
did
weird.
Debbie die
I don't think so.
in one of the episodes? Like, didn't she like shoot herself on accident?
I don't know.
I think she was in like because she was like fucking around with like Buck Strickland at one point. She was like his mistress,
Yeah,
and she was like planning to get him, and she had like a shotgun or something. I think she like accidentally shot herself, and when she was in a dumpster, if I'm remembering that right.
I don't know.
And like they had to figure out who exactly like shot Debbie.
I don't
It was
know.
a whole like
This is starting to sound like a Criminal Minds episode or something.
it was kind of like the Who Shot Mr. Burns, and like
Yeah.
we find out that I think Debbie shot Debbie.
Oh my god.
I think it was.
I don't remember any of this.
Yeah, but yeah, if you remember this, please let me know down in the comments section. But
Yes.
yeah, like I would love to like see more, maybe go around Arlen a little bit more, expand upon Bobby and Connie's story, bring Joseph in a little bit more, I have to say. Because
Yeah.
I feel like Joseph needs like a solid like story.
Joseph needs a willow.
Joseph needs a perfect title right there.
Your willow's going to be like, what the fuck? now you got Jacob in on it too.
But no, like I want them to expand, and I think it's okay to keep the A and B plots.
Yeah.
Because some is going to be about Bobby, some is going to be about Hank. I like that. I like that going forward. I just want them to expand upon like maybe reintroducing some old characters or some maybe tying into some old storylines or something.
I would like them to sit on some characters because these last few episodes we've gotten tiebacks. We got drinking on the bounce house with them. We got the one last episode where Peggy's fractured pelvis.
Yeah.
We've gotten some of these other things sprinkled in, and I love that because, we all know that those are episodes that we've actually watched before. So I love that. What I would like them to do more is, yes, have these other characters come in more, but also to like sit with some of the characters a little more. Because, yes, Joseph has been here, but Joseph hasn't been here, if that makes sense. Like, I don't think we've gotten enough things to like really get Joseph too much.
No, we haven't.
There's a lot more I feel like we could have had, because like I also feel like part of the ties we had in this, like old King of the Hill, we would have had a wrap-up point at some point. And like, for instance, let's stick with Joseph, when they got the horse.
I would love an episode where they focus on the characters when Hank and Peggy were away.
Oh, like a flashback? I mean, we could get flashbacks. Those would be pretty good.
Like a whole episode. Like, what did the guys do when Hank and Peggy were away? Like, I want to see like maybe like a day in the life of Brian.
They stood out in the thing and drank.
Yeah, what happened to Brian? Like, Brian kind of just up and left.
I'm so confused on that.
Yeah.
Like they could have showed Brian a lot more.
Yeah, and brought him in and stuff, because he was in like the first episode, wasn't he? And like the 8th episode?
He was in the first episode. I think he was in the second. He was in like the 5th episode, the barber one, and he was in the I think you were right, the 8th one where he played at the wedding for the Sufanufas phones.
Yeah.
Or, whatever the thing is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's been there a little bit, but yeah, I agree with you. Like, you're giving us this character, and yet we're not getting a lot out of it. So, I would like more. I do like Brian. I would like more to, like, fall in love with Brian's character.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the establishment we have with a lot of these other characters already, and
we like them. We like them.
Yeah, I mean, they're great characters. We've grown up with them, all this other stuff. And I'd like that out of some of these other ones, and to know where part of those other characters are.
More Emilio.
Yes.
More Emilio. I want to see, like, an episode where Bobby and Emilio, like, met. Like, give me one where, like, they're coming up and getting the Robota chain restaurant together or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. No, that would be good.
Like fill in the gaps a little bit.
Yeah. Which, I mean, do you really think that we'll get that many? I mean, we did get them before, but do you think we'll get that many flashbacks? Because I don't really remember us having many unless it involved like Hank and
Yeah, we would get like some where they were in high school and stuff.
yeah, that's true.
Or like when they were like young, I believe it was,
Because we
So
only got those few from uh was it last episode?
I don't remember.
The when he took
We got the ones where they were in
Good
Saudi
Hank.
Arabia.
When he took Good Hank.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we got that, and then we got the Saudi Arabia flashbacks.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, we got the one with Hank and his dad. Where he
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, can I hold him?" He's like, "You know, you're gonna screw him up."
Yeah, because we got that one. He got the one. We got the one where he called him a pussy.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
And then
The,
we got
the PTSD flashback.
yeah, and then we got the one at the end where it was Cotton telling him, you'll never amount to anything with your brother. Don't touch him and stuff. And then it was kind of oh, I can be that. I can be a better.
I kind of would like to see their relationship get explored more.
Me too.
Like Good Hank and
I
Hank.
would really like both of them and to have Asian Hank come over.
Oh, was like Jotaro, I think his name was, or
Yeah,
I forget what his name was.
something like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
but where all three of the brothers kind of get to bond.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Because I mean, even if he came for like a week or whatever, and we sat on that week, I mean, think about all the storyline Bobby will have with him because of the Robata. Think about Good Hank's relationship with him. Think about regular Hank's relationship with him. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to uncover with like a lot of this still. So, does it make me feel like getting more seasons is kind of like came off the cusp? No. I mean, King of the Hill was always kind of had that pull, I feel like. So, knowing that there was going to be more seasons, I don't think that was kind of entirely out of left field per se.
I mean, I know season 15 was planned, or there was planned after this.
Yeah.
I think because of how such a like positive response this got, they greenlit those extra 2 seasons. Because I think this got it's like certified fresh. I think like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like, I haven't heard anybody say anything negative about this show at all. Like, I feel like this season's nearly perfect. Like, it's almost perfect, I feel like. And, like, I think I have to say, like, I don't want to say, like, The Simpsons have, like, run its course. And, but I feel like it was time we got King of the Hill back. And I'm not a big like Bob's Burger fan like you are, so I don't know if Bob's Burger has like filled that void or whatever that was missing, But like
I will say this, and I think you sent it to me, the Fortnite thing where it was all the guys on the couches together.
Yeah.
And it was Hank, Homer,
Peter,
and Bob.
Yeah.
And it really does show that, which they didn't put American Dad in it, but whatever. It really does
fit on the couch.
He could have laid across the back, okay? It really does show like a lot though. A lot of these things do have a unique place, and would I say that they're replaceable? I would not, because Peter's his own kind of person, Homer's his own kind of person, Bob's his own kind of person. Hank's his own kind of
I'm going to
person.
be honest. I feel like newer Family Guy, which I haven't watched Family Guy in years.
I haven't either.
Newer Family Guy doesn't hold up to old Family Guy.
I would probably agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of these old shows don't hold up, and I feel like with this, as Bob's Burgers keeps going on, and now that King of the Hill, I think that sure they have changed a little bit as they went on, but I think that's what we need is we need this more impact of how it keeps going, and that you have good teams of animators and voice actors and stuff that have the passion to stay
Yeah.
with these projects, and that you don't let that stuff die off.
I will say
So
Bob's Burger 1 is good at keeping like continuity
yes,
and keeping continuity and slowly having like the characters like evolve personality wise. Like
yes.
slightly ever
There's
so.
And the funny thing is how like with some other shows when you watch them, like if there's a vase and it gets knocked off or whatever and breaks, we may watch the next episode and it's put exactly right back the way that it was, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what the animators have been used to drawing and everything. And so for Bob's Burgers, I really like the aspect of they are so nitty gritty on their details, and that there is a rhyme and a reason to everything. Like anytime you ever see Bob with his shirt off, he has the exact same tattoo he got in like season 3.
Yeah.
So it's that kind of stuff, and the little things like with this and with King of the Hill that are both like the minute details and what they're bringing back that I think are just phenomenal.
I mean, I would say possibly King of Hill might reset stuff,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's still like pulls stuff from like continuity and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, anyways, I'm looking forward to the next 3 seasons. And I think next year, the next season's supposed to come out, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. But Jen, where can they find you at?
Well, before that,
Yeah.
now that we have finally finished King of the Hill, guys, stick around because obviously we have got to cover the rest of Peacemaker, which I believe is 3 episodes. They're going to be fucking amazing. We already know that they're fucking amazing, but we really wanted to get done with King of the Hill because it was a show that Mike and I wholeheartedly loved. We know everybody's going to love Peacemaker, so stick with us as we continue to
I'm
do
gonna be
that.
honest.
Yeah.
The internet is divided on that last fucking episode of Peacemaker.
Who cares? You're like, you haven't gotten there yet. Man, I'll get there eventually when we record it. But you can find me at basically Bard's Tavern on Instagram. You can find me at Manga Restart on Instagram. Bard's Tavern is D&D content, board games. Manga Restart is manga and other anime content. Then you can find me with Otakuology, and I just recently joined a team for D&D stuff called the Tabletop Misfits. So you can find me at all 4 of those lovely places. And yeah, I'll be there.
And you can find me at the Otaku Mike on YouTube and Instagram, where I talk all about comic books and stuff, and I do comic book reviews on my YouTube channel. So go check that out. It's pretty cool. Almost 2,000 subscribers. It only took 7 years, but almost there.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Getting
there. But yeah, I just want to say thank you for listening and putting up with us with our King of the Hill coverage. I know some people did not like it, but that's okay. But yeah, we'll catch you guys on the next one. And
go ahead and tell us about Willow one more time.
Well, there was this young girl who was a hippie who liked to dig through garbage and get the grease because it was the best grease on the block, and she used it to make balms and lotion and make Bobby's skin feel all smooth like a baby's bottom.
And tingly.
She was also into veganism And Hank thought that was a religion, but it's not.
She was also a good football player.
She was also really good at football. And then it all went to hell when she took a shit on Jerry Jones's desk. But she was not the first one to take a shit on Jerry Jones's desk.
And
So we don't know if... What?
What was her name?
Oh, her name was Willow, and we don't know if she made an impact when taking that shit.
Right. But anyway, guys, we'll see you next Tuesday.